Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to week 2 of the UBL Season 5. We are here. I am your coach of the Crystal Palossands, SilverBeanie, and we are back again for another week. We are here, and it is time to face a brand new opponent and get into a whole load new to trouble. So get yourselves comfy, get yourselves ready. It is time for us to go up against Coach Automatic and the Nijmegen Nuzleafs. This is going to be probably one of the scariest battles of the entire season. And we've got on week 2, so yay for that one. Gonna be good times. I'm excited. Not really. I am, but we're going to have fun either way. My opponent's got an incredible team, and we're going to break that down for you in just a moment. We've got a very interesting team that we're bringing this week. I'm hoping it does a lot better than last week's team. Speaking of which, last week, spoilers ahead, but you've been warned. Spoilers. We did pick up a loss in last week's match. It was a really tough match against Versus. We did our best. We made a couple misplays. And I think we, after sort of reviewing, we had a chat with Versus. There was a couple of hacks. The para that we got on the Cobalion, that definitely mattered in the long run. And definitely mattered, and it also affected my gameplay afterwards. Because after that, I got so sort of conflicted and so confused and just was making bad plays, and it just went to a whole load of mess. Either way, it was a good match, and I encourage you guys to go check it out. So the link will be in the description, or you can check it out. It'll probably pop up, but definitely go check it out. Worth a watch. You can watch me literally scream and go all kinds of craziness, but it was a lot of fun. It was a great match, but it had a phenomenal opponent, and they did really well. So you should definitely watch it, just at least just to watch them destroy me, because it was worth that watch at least. But we are 0-1, so we have one loss, but in a way, the good thing is, so is Automatic. Automatic is also 0-1. They picked up a loss on their first week. Actually, fun fact, they lost against the person we're going to go up against next week. So, crazy. But hey-ho. So next week's match is going to be a whole lot of fun. But hey-ho, we're here. So, Coach Automatic. They have got a crazy team. And as I said, we're going to break that down for you right now. So get yourselves ready, get yourselves right, hit that like button, subscribe. And one last thing very quickly, don't forget, where did I put my little sticker? I just dropped everything. You can snag yourself a Crystal Palossands sticker right now. Awesome merch. We got the beautiful t-shirts up available right now. You get 10% off using code UBL5. And you can save yourself 10% off your orders. And that's across the entire store. Go for it. Go nuts. Check it out. It's worth a peep. You know, there's some stickers. There's various different types. Not just for Crystal Palossands, but, you know, there's some options on there. Have a little look. Pique your interest. And that is available right now for a limited time only. You can get yourself 10% off. Right. Without further ado, let's break down my opponent's team. And then let's break down the team we're going to bring very quickly. Let's do that. All right. So my opponent's team. Let's just say this is without a doubt one of the scariest teams I've ever had to face. They did a phenomenal job drafting this team, and I want you to know I am terrified. But you know what? We're going to have fun. This is going to be a good one. So, my opponent's team, they have got the likes of, they have got Necrozma, Terrakion, Cinderace, Poltegeist, Dragalge, Rotom Mo, Mantine, Lowland Persian, Steelix, Wigglytuff, and then Trapinch. Trapinch is a crazy one. Who knew Trapinch was a threat? I'll tell you why in a minute. So their team is absolutely terrifying. I am not looking forward to this really. Their team, one way or another, has a counter to me. I mean, I can find counters to their team. I've managed to find quite a few. But then one way or another, there's another mon on their team that counters what I've just countered something else with. Does that make sense? Probably not. But it's going to be crazy. So shouts to my front office for helping me out build this team. They help me out with every week. And they're phenomenal. So shouts to them. So, Necrozma, very scary, obviously. Weakness policy is a very common set. As soon as you hit it with a super effective move, Ghost, Dark, Dragon, Ghost, Dark, or Bug, it immediately gets the plus attack stats, and it's just absolutely scary as heck. It does get access to things like Dragon Dance, gets nasty plot, if I'm not mistaken, as well, gets autonomized. It has so many things that it can use to set up. It's crazy scary. It does get like PHOTON GEYSER, which ignores abilities, which I actually didn't find out until literally about 2 days ago while prepping for this team, that PHOTON GEYSER ignores your ability. Busted. Anyway, it gets Dragon Balls. It's only coverage though for Hydreigon, which is kind of one of my main, in a way, one of my counters to this. It's only really decent move other than Dragon Pulse is Brick Break. That's really the only kind of thing it can hit me with. It doesn't get any ice type moves. And it doesn't get any special fighting type moves or ice type moves either. So Dragon Pulse especially is the best thing you can go for, or Brick Break on the physical side. So we've got to be careful because it can set up either physically or specially. Plus, as soon as it gets a weakness particle C, it's basically the most like powerful thing ever anyway. So we've got to be very careful with the Necrozma. I'm looking forward to that. Drakion is there, very scary thing. Choice Band is just going to wreck my soul. Close Combat, Stone Edge, Earthquake. As soon as it gets Justified Boost +1, it just basically wrecks my team. That's going to be a nightmare. I've got some counters for that. So, and Cinderace, you know, it's only Blaze, so keep that in mind. No Libero. Blaze only on the Cinderace. A Court Change is just a nuts. Poltergeist, I'm really scared about, but I've learned my lesson. Because fun fact, the last time we battled Automatic in Season 4 of the UBL, he actually had a Poltergeist and actually swept me with it. And I learned the hard way that like Shell Smash, you know, with like Focus Sash and stuff, you get the Shell Smash stuff, you just outspeed everything, you just one-shot everything, and it just destroyed my soul, and I was not a happy bunny. So yeah. And the rest of his team is just a big old threat. And Trapinch, who knew this was a threat? Arena Trap, okay, you bring Trapinch in, Arena Trap, so you can't switch out unless you're levitating or a flyer. Choice Band. Adamant, Max Attack, Earthquake, or if you run that, or bet more so, First Impression. You're insane. I never even thought about it. But yo, and a Trapinch has a base 100 attack stat. It has the same attack stat as a Flygon. Answer me that, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Who knows? Crazy. It's got a higher attack stat than Vibrava. Nuts. Anyway, let's break down our team because that's what you really want to see. So, up first, making its debut this week, we have got Squiggles, our Mimikyu. Very excited. This is pretty much my only counter. My answer really to Necrozma. If I can get Squiggles in, we can basically. The problem is if he doesn't have any bonuses on the on his stats, Bone Geyser can't one-shot me, but it does a very good job of it. But we have got to be careful because as soon as we launch a Shadow Sneak, most likely its weakness policy is going to activate, and then that's that done. So Shadow Sneak does about 20-30%, which is good natural damage. But if we can get a Swords Dance off, we get really big damage, really about 50% of that thing. Shadow Claw does about 60%, give or take. But again, that's kind of why I'm hoping to chip it down before we bring Mimikyu in. So Mimikyu is kind of my last resort. Got to keep Mimikyu in the back because the idea is with Mimikyu is the Swords Dance in front of something else other than the Necrozma, and then just start firing off Shadow Sneaks. That's going to be doing about 20 to 50% of damage to every mon that comes out. So that's the plan. And then really it's also my kind of last minute answer to the Poltergeist. Because again, if we can break that Poltergeist's sash, Shadow Sneak just one-shots it. So that's fingers crossed. So Squiggles though, max attack, max speed, Giant Nature, classic set really, very standard set. But it's just there to kind of come in the late game and just fire off some Shadow Sneaks and potentially get a +2 if we can with it. Fingers crossed. Making his return, Luna. Last week, really didn't get a chance to shine as much as I was hoping. I made some bad misplays last week with Luna. This week, I'm hoping to rectify that. Luna's coming in. Very similar set to last week. We've actually got Psychic Fangs and Crunch this week. Crunch is there really for the Necrozma and the Poltergeist. We one-shot the Poltergeist barring a Sash. And the against the Necrozma, depending on its EVs, you know, depending on its spread, we do a really good chunk to it. We do anything like from 40 right up to about 80% of damage, depending on its spread. So that is going to be a bit tricky. We have got to be careful, obviously, because then we will activate the weakness policy. Got to be very careful there, but we do smack it super hard, so hopefully that's there. We've also got Thunderfang because we naturally outspeed Cinderace, so assuming that's not Scarfed, we outspeed that. Thunderfang does about 60%, depending on its EV investment, and it may even go up to 70%. So that's going to be really crucial. Excited for Luna to hopefully do some good work this week. Really, I'm hoping for it. Braviary is coming this week. Really excited for Braviary, actually. Braviary's kind of got a secret tech. In a way, it's kind of one of my late game sweepers that's basically due to, like, similar to Mimikyu. I wanted to come in sort of late game. In a way, most of my team is kind of late game. I wanted to kind of come in and just start chipping at anything that's left. Brave Bird, close combat, literally just wrecks everything. And then we've got Shadow Claw on the chance that like it's only like the Poltergeist that's left, or it's just like maybe the Necrozma that's left, and I just need to get that big smack. We've got Shadow Claw in there just in case. And then U-turn as well, just so we've got that going for us. Fingers crossed we can make something useful out of it. And we're running Choice Scarf, so we outspeed everything. Obviously, the only thing that can outspeed us is if something with the highest speed of base 80 has a Choice Scarf of its own. I'm expecting the Terrakion to be Scarfed. I'm hoping it's not, because I'm thinking they're going to bring Scarf Terrakion to basically outspeed my Cobalion. And fun fact, we're not actually bringing Cobalium. But I'm also hoping that they bring it so they can outspeed Scarfed Hydreigon, which is coming back this week. Hydreigon is here. Very weird set this week. We're running a Charpleberry set. The idea for Hydreigon is to basically come in against, assuming that we've established the item of the Terrakion, as long as it's not choice banned. If it's choice banned, we could be in trouble. We probably will be in a lot of trouble if it is choice banned. But anyway, if it's not, we should be good because we can come in relatively late game. Charpleberry activate. We guarantee live a close combat, assuming he hasn't got any +1 bonuses. And we literally can just one shot. We can basically just knock it out with either Draco or Earth Power, depending on how much HP it's got. It doesn't quite do an Oko. It does about 70%. So that kind of again is where Mimikyu comes in sort of late game to kind of just finish it off. So fingers crossed we can kind of make that work play. Because Hydreigon, I've not really made Hydreigon to counter Necrozma. It's more so to counter Hydreigon. Necrozma, it can kind of deal with Necrozma naturally because like Dark Pulse does like 50% plus. So I've got quite a few mons that can kind of just do 50, 60, 70% of the Necrozma. Problem is Necrozma does also get like Moonlight and Morning Sun, so we've got to be careful with the recovery on that. Speaking of recovery, we have got Gastrodon making its debut this week. Gastrodon is here. Really excited for Gastrodon. It's going to be an interesting week. Curious to see what what Turbo can do. We're running Sticky Hold, really random ability this week. We're not running Storm Drain, purely because the only water type that he has is Mantine, and I doubt it'll come, given the fact that I've got between all of my mons, plus I've got Toxapex available, I've got Gastrodon available, I've got a Boltund available. I very much doubt they bring the Mantine. If they do, we're going to give a round of applause, but I very much doubt it. We've got the Rindo Berry, which is really there for that grass type attack. The Poltergeist, if it gets a +2, we got no chance really, unfortunately. But if it's not got a +2, we do take a Giga Drain. It's really just kind of there just to take a hit. Fortunately, Gastrodon is really my answer to the Cinderace. But again, we really can't take too many hits. It's going to be really tricky to see how we see what we can do against that thing. I'm not looking forward to it. But Gastrodon's there really just as a switch into Cinderace. That's kind of its main purpose. And then we're bringing Serena. Lavender's coming back this week. We are bringing Heavy Duty Boots. It's pretty much actually the exact same set as last week, minus its EV spread. Its EV spread has been changed so that after we can potentially get a rapid spin-off, get a +1, we actually outspeed, I believe it's Choice Band Terrakion. So if it is Jolly like Choice Band and it's not the Choice Scarf set, we can outspeed it and actually potentially knock it out with a Power Whip. So fingers crossed we can make that work. But that is the team. That is the team for this week. I'm really hoping it works. I may make a quick change actually on Gastrodon and get rid of the Rindo Berry because Serena can actually come in quite safely against the Rotom. I think I'm going to change that actually. I might change that to probably like a Rocky Helmet or Leftovers. I'll run some calcs and quickly change that actually. Might do that. Either way though, that is the team. Get yourself pumped, get yourself started. We're going to get all connected up. Let's do this. All right, we are connected up. Let's do it. As soon as we press A, the battle begins. All right, I've got to remember. Whew. Let's not stall. Let's not rush. Let's take our time. Let's relax. Let's not overthink things. Come on. We can do this. Here we go. Let's do this. Right, what you got for me? Let me get ready to take a screenshot. Oh, I'm excited and I'm nervous at the same time. So, I see an issue straight away. They bring the Mantine. Oh no! Okay, fine. I was going to say, I'm looking at the wrong team. I thought they didn't bring Terrakion. I was about to scream. They don't bring the Poltergeist. Insane. They bring Rotom, as I feared. They bring Steelix, and they bring the Mantine. Okay, so I've got their team. That changes a lot of things because wow. So he doesn't know that I'm not like Storm Drain, so I don't think he's going to go for a water type move, but I've got to now keep that in the back of my mind. So based on who they have, I actually think they're going to lead with the I think they're actually going to lead I reckon they'll probably either lead Rotom or Steelix. I'm going to lead with... This could be a risky start straight off the bat. I'm going to lead with Lavender. And in the hopes to maybe just start smacking some things. The Mantine is a scary bring. Fortunately, yeah, okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Hopefully, you guys, the audio sounds all good. Good luck to my opponent. I hope, fingers crossed, we don't get too many hacks and things like that, but time will tell. Yeah. Wow, okay. So we have led Gastrodon. And they lead... Okay, so this is a good lead for us. No, this is not a good lead. I did not lead Gastrodon. Oh, no! Okay, fine. I should have led Gastrodon. I don't know why I didn't. I know why I didn't, because I thought, yo, let's lead this. Okay, well, I have to immediately just switch straight out. He's probably going to just U-turn, but I don't really have much of an option. I just need to switch, because I can't do anything against this thing. He's what? Fortunate start. I wish I'd led Gastrodon. I wish I'd led Gastrodon. I even said, what did I say? Don't overthink things. If he's going to see that we are Rocky Helmet straight off the back. Yeah, there it is. We do a decent little chunk of damage to it. We break potential sashes, but all of that stuff. So we know now that he has U-turn. I'm going to start making notes of what they potentially have. And I'm assuming we go straight into the cross. Oh, he wants to set up straight away. I don't really have a clean answer for this thing. I really don't. Like a dedicated switch in. It's more so just switching something in and hoping for the best. I think what I want to do is toxic this thing. I'm going to toxic this thing now. I want to try and get this thing poisoned. Fingers crossed I land this. He's going to go for the Photon Geyser. This is going to hurt. Hopefully it doesn't hurt too much. Land it. Let's go. Okay, so we get a toxic off. That's good. That's really, really good. Because we can start withering this thing down, which is what I need. Okay, I do want to keep this thing. He could just Photon Geyser again. I reckon he's going to Dragon Pulse now, just to kind of guarantee a clean kill. Okay, does he Photon Geyser? Oh, this is where this play comes into play. Because if I was him, I would Dragon Pulse, or maybe actually go for something else, like something entirely different. I don't really want to let Toba go down. I feel like Toba's still got use. If he goes for a Dragon Pulse, that basically makes Maleficent useless. I'm gonna make the bold plane go into Lavender. This is probably a misplay. I've already made it now. Let's see what happens. I'm just out of curiosity. I'm hoping like Dragon Pulse, just so it's not as strong. See, I should have gone into Mimikyu. It was the right play. How much is this gonna do? That does a decent amount. It does show that he's not scarfed as well, which is good to know. So, that's good to know. So, Photon Geyser and Dragon Pulse. I did suspect both. Now, I should outspeed, depending on like his spread. And Power Whip is going to do big damage to this thing. Now, what would his switching be? The Cinderace, I suppose? I could knock off, but if he switches into something else like that wants that, I'm not going to be impressed. I can't Rapid Spin just yet. I think I'll just go for the Power Whip and just get the damage. Yeah, I'm just going to get damage. I mean, even if Rotom comes in, which actually, looking at it, probably will. No, he doesn't. It stays in. Okay, this should do big damage. Yeah, nice big damage. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. And he goes for another Photon Geyser. Does that... Wait, what's my health looking like? It's looking like enough where it takes me out. Well, that's unfortunate. I now don't really have an answer to Rotom. Okay. Well, to an extent, this is a good thing. It means that I can safely... What do I do here? What's my best switch in? I could switch in really into anything. Problem is, I don't really want to reveal my item, so I could go to Maleficent, but I don't know what his speed is like. He shouldn't outspeed me, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I put in enough speed where I outsped every time. Yeah. So actually, I think I might do that, but then what do I lead in afterwards? With Mimikyu. If I go for Swords Dance right now, Photon Geyser does big damage, and I don't really want to run that risk of him taking me out. I am going to go into Ezio. Because Ezio at this range, I should take it out. And given what he's got on his team, I mean, the Steelix could quite easily come in. But I think I'm just going to U-turn because it should safely take this thing out. And if he does switch, then that's fine. So I doubt he will. I doubt he'll save this thing at this range. I think I'm just going to U-turn because it should take it out at this range. If it didn't, I'll be very surprised. If this does take it out, I'll be very actually pleased because it means that's a big threat gone. He didn't bring the Poltergeist, which is very surprising. So now his kind of main, it'd be really between his Terrakion and Cinderace. That's going to be okay. So we do get the U-turn off. That should take it out, and it does. Nice. Okay, so we don't really reveal too much because he doesn't know I'm Scarfed. Not really, but we are going to have to obviously switch straight in. I think at this point, I mean, obviously Terrakion is most likely the obvious lead, especially if it's Scarfed. I could bring Squiggles in. I could technically Sword Stance now for free and start smacking things off, but I don't want him to get like too much damage off from me. I think I go Luna and yeah. Because then he kind of has to go Steelix. The Steelix, yeah, with Steelix coming in, I really am very limited. Because then he could probably go for a Stealth Rocks. Okay, let's go into Luna. Because I doubt he brings the Cinderace in. He's not going to bring Mantine in. The most likely, his switching right here will be the Steelix. Okay, well now that Necrozma's gone, that's one less I've got to worry about. We're not getting 6-0'd, guys! We're not getting 6-0'd! Yeet! Am I recording? Thank gosh. I tell you now, I started recording like the bit where we just came back from the team builder and I wasn't I started doing that and I wasn't recording. I literally had a panic attack. Okay, so he does go straight into Steelix. Now, I don't think Turbo can come in safely here. I am really scared. I reckon he's Stone Edges, if I'm being honest. I don't want to go into Turbo yet. I feel like Turbo is really useful to that Cinderace. So what do I switch into right here? Squiggles is too important. I feel like I have to go Ezio. But Ezio is too good. This is a tricky one. I can't Volt Switch, obviously. I really can't do anything to this thing. It's a really good bring, actually, I have to say. Because it's... I didn't see the Steelix coming. But actually, it makes a lot of sense, given, obviously, the amount of ground weaknesses that my team has. I really want to get into Turbo, but I can't. Yeah, I need to get a free switch. I think I go Ezio and maybe just sack it and go for the close combat. Yeah, let's do that. He's probably going to go for Stealth Rocks, which honestly, I think maybe best case scenario. Because Steelix right now, like, he's going to be defensive. I'm assuming he goes for Rocks. He does Earthquake. Oh, we made the right play. We made the right play. Close combat is going to do big damage. Body press is going to do anything. If he does head smash me, which he may very well do, he doesn't really help me out much. I think I just close combat and just get damage. The Steelix is a problem. And to an extent, as much as I do need Braviary, but I can work around it. I reckon the Mantine is going to have the Wakamberry for electric type moves. Okay, so he does stay in. He's going to take this to the face. So it's a 3-hit KO. We are going to get -1 here. What's he going to do? Is he body press or does he just... He heavy slams? It's probably going to take me out. Stab. Oh, we take it. We are taking it. Oh, what's that? Red card? Oh, no, leftovers. Okay. So he did double edge. Okay. Let me make a note that he has double edge. Was that double edge? It was double edge, right? No, heavy slam. What am I talking about? Double edge. I think I just go for another one and just... I don't really want to sack off. Because the problem is Braviary does so much for me. Okay, so if I do this right now, do I outspeed Steelix with Gastrodon? Because otherwise this would be for nothing. Okay, so assuming the Steelix has no speed investment, I will outspeed. So is that my play? But then he just safely brings in the Rotom. And then what do I do? I really don't do anything. I have to keep Maleficent alive for the Cobalion. Have to. I think I don't want to, but I think I just have to let Braviary go down. Steelix has no recovery. He does withdraw. Okay, so I'm assuming Mantine or Rotom. Surfs up Mantine. Okay. Most likely Ice Beam's going to come in. This is actually going to do nothing. Like, diddly squat. Okay, but the Heavy Slam is... okay, so I'm actually going to try and save this thing, and... He's most likely going to Ice Beam. Do I go Turbo here? How important is Turbo at this point? It's really good for the Steelix. Because otherwise, what do we do? Because we don't have Fire Fang on this thing. I have got Flamethrower, which I assume is going to do big damage. Does about 60%, which I think is pretty much where roughly he is. Oh, I haven't got the HP bar on there, which helps. Yeah, we've got to be careful with what we do here. I can't take too long. I really don't want to be taking too long. Out of curiosity, what are we doing with Mimikyu? Not a lot. Then he does not do a lot to me either. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna... Actually, no, I need to switch. I can't do anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to go into Turbo, and it's gonna be bugging me. I'm gonna have to sack it. Yeah, I've got to be quicker with these plays. I can't keep looking at calcs. It's not gonna work well for me. Really not gonna work for me. So what does this thing go for? It goes for the Ice Beam, which, as I thought, is hopefully won't take me. It doesn't even matter. It's now basically useless. That's huge. Congrats to my opponent on that one. I'm going to Toxic. I'm just going to sack it. There's no point. There is absolutely no point. Ice Beam. Yeah, that takes it out. There is absolutely no point trying to save that. That is so unfortunate of the freeze. I mean, the freeze didn't really matter, but it's so frustrating. So if I go into... Bolton right here, right now. Thunderfang is just knocks it out. But he most likely doesn't stay in. If I go... I could go Mimikyu and just start setting up. But then we don't do anything to the Steelix, not really. Yeah, we don't do anything. I have to go into this thing. I have to. Have to. How much time have I got left? Because I think I've probably got like 5 minutes. Hopefully it's not less than that, because if it is, then we are in serious trouble. We are in serious trouble. Okay, we need to be much quicker at our plays. He's going to switch, 100%. Okay, I'm going to predict the switch back into Steelix. And I'm going to go Ezio here. That's my prediction. There's no way you stay in. Like, I don't see you staying in right here. This is the best play. Even if you go into something else, then so be it. Please tell me you switched. He switched. Steelix. That's Steelix, right? I'll take it. I'll take that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. We're getting better. We just gotta these are the kind of plays I need to make. I'm just gonna let him take me out. I'm just gonna close combat. We do about 25% every time, which is good because now I can close combat. Steelix, he's now about 50%. Yeah, a little bit less. So by the time he recovers, he is going to be at about that 50% mark. Bolton come in, take it out. Nope, absolutely not. Hydreigon has to come in here and Earth Power at this point. Okay, so unfortunately down goes Braviary. Right, I have to go for Flamethrower, really. It's kind of a 50-50. Really, his best switch in actually is Mantine. I have to go into... It's not looking good. Not looking good. His best switch in is Mantine. How much does a Dark Pulse do to you? Okay, we're doing better off Dracoing. Against the Steelix, Dark Pulse does about 45%. It's a roll. It literally comes down to a roll on whether or not this kills. There's Flamethrower. Okay, so if he goes into this, then what do I switch into? I don't really have a switch in anymore now. I'm getting to the point where I have to start making big plays and start making some big smacks. If he hits me with something, then he hits me. I think at this range, I've just got to start taking stuff down. Because he switches 100%. He saves this thing. I'm going to Dark Pulse. He saves this thing, goes into... Please tell me you save this thing. I'm Dark Pulsing. He saved this thing. Just don't go into Terrakion. Okay, good. It literally just dawned on me that Terrakion can get a justified boost here. Okay, we Dark Pulse. That's good. This is good. This should do decent damage. Okay, that did nothing. You are specially bulky if anything has been specially bulky in its life. And with Gastrodon gone... Oh, wow. Now this is where Mantine's a threat. The Luna needs to come in right now, but with Steelix still out on the play, it's really tricky. I need to get into Mimikyu. Start setting up. I can't safely go into Mimikyu yet. I think he's got me on the run, which is really annoying because I don't really know what else I can do now. I really don't know what else I can do. I think at this range, I'm just going to have to take the... I'm going to have to Dark Pulse and pray for a flinch. He's going to Ice Beam. Flinch, please. He Toxics. Okay. Not ideal, but not the worst thing that could have happened. Okay. So, Ice Beam. Toxic. Now, at this range, I think I Draco. In case he switches into... Because he might think I'm Scarfed. Or Spec, sorry. So... Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we're going to take out Mantine. Which... Okay, yeah, it's good. Problem is, so now I'm -2. He can basically now freely bring in Terrakion. I should still be able to take a hit with Terrakion. I should. Emphasis on the word should. But only assuming that it's Scarfed. There's the Terrakion. Yeah, this is 100% a Scarfed Terrakion. I have to switch. At -2... Oh, wait, we're running out of time. At -2, we just do not even cut it. I think at this point, though, I have to just take my loss. And I'm just going to have to just go for the damage. Because I think now Mimikyu can probably come in. Let's see. Stone Edge. Didn't see that coming. We landed it. We lived it, should I say. He was Life Orb. Okay. And he is bulky. Very bulky. Wow. Okay. So I'm assuming then maybe... So... Okay. That's so unfortunate. Okay. I have to go into Mimikyu here. And really, to win, I have to set up. But the problem is, I think he's... a +2. Shadow Sneak at this range. I don't think we're doing enough. I think I have to play rough. I think I've just got to go for the play rough. I think I need to Sword Stance, though. Stone Edge is guaranteed Oko. If he switches, that's huge. I'm going to have to Sword Stance. I've got 20 seconds. Oh, my days. I'm going to lose the timer again. Yeah, he Earthquakes. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I forget about the timer. And I even said to myself at the start of this match not to keep looking at calcs. And what have I done, guys, throughout this entire match? Looked at calcs. Fine, I've just literally got to make my plays within like 5 seconds. Not even that. Literally a millisecond. We can make it. We can do something. I've got 20 seconds to basically make all my plays, and I don't see how this is going to work. I'm going to play rough. Actually, I probably should have Shadow Sneaked, actually. Actually, I just misplayed so hard. I should have Shadow Sneaked. Shadow Sneak would have guaranteed take it out. He missed. Okay, now I'm Shadow Sneaking. We take out Terrakion. Yep, there goes that. Okay. Oh no! He can basically now freely bring in Steelix. And I have to go for Shadow Claw, and we do we do about 15 to 20%. Oh no! Oh, not good. Okay. The problem is I have nothing for Rotom. If only I had Fire Fang. If I had Fire Fang, this could actually be a very different game. I need him to not go into Steelix, but he does, of course. It was the best play. I basically need to run that crit on the Shadow Claw right now. That's what I need. I need that crit, but there's never been a crit before. He got that 10% freeze hack. Let me get that crit hack. Is that a crit? Get that 1%. Oh, I would have loved it if he stealth rocked. Okay. Bolton comes in, and I don't even think it's Bolton can do anything. Crunch will be my play. Damn it. It's quite funny because I prepped so hard for all of his big hard hitters like the Terrakion and the Necrozma and in the Cinderace, but didn't really prep too much for Steelix and Mantine, which I honestly didn't see coming. But again, thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to Crunch. I hope he switches. I doubt he will. This should take it out. No! We had so much we had so much potential. We were on such a strong start, and then it just went downhill. It went downhill. Oh, well, props to my opponent. They picked up their first W, so do you know what? I'm happy for them on that regard. I am happy for them on that regard. I mean, at the end of the day, someone has to win, someone has to lose. We lost. It is what it is. I think had I prepped a bit more for the Mantine, I think that would have definitely made a better play. I think we did a really good job. I think this was a really good battle. I think I definitely have learned. I think I actually did learn a lot, and that is not to sort of overestimate or underestimate, should I say, the lower tier mons. Because even though Steelix was their only ground type, it was without a doubt the most difficult mon to deal with. But the Terrakion was annoying, mainly just because they didn't go for, which was interesting. They chose not to go for the close combat and they obviously maybe suspected, they also suspected that I would have been Chopple maybe, hence why they maybe went for Stone Edge that turn, which was very interesting. Even though they just didn't run close combat, maybe, I don't know. But it was very interesting. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, my parents just told me apparently that the Cinderace was scarfed, so Bolton couldn't have done anything anyway, really. I doubt it. Losing Gastrodon, I think that early start where we took too much damage on Gastrodon, I think the first damage was fine, but then we took the extra one. Unnecessary. I think we should have switched out then. Problem was that I didn't really have any clean switches to deal with, like the Necrozma, and I think as well, that play where we went for Dragon Pulse, I should have switched out then. I should have switched. And gone into the Mimikyu, because then at that point I would have guaranteed got a +2 Sword Stance, and I could potentially knocked out that knocked out with a +2 Shadow Sneak, because Shadow Sneak, like it does I haven't got the calcs open anymore, but it does about 40-50% depending on like EV spread and stuff. So we could have possibly dealt with it, but I don't know. My opponent, that's all I can say. Props to my opponent. They did a fantastic job. They countered the team really well. So again, all I can say is props to my opponent. Unfortunately, we do pick up our second loss of the week, which is really unfortunate. We didn't know as bad as last week. We picked up a 3-0 this time, so a little bit better. So annoying we didn't pick up that kill on the Steelix. Not gonna lie. I don't know what we could have done to make it any bit better. I mean, I think the only thing, unless my Bolton was adamant, but that would have just. Yeah, and we didn't really get any hacks on our side. Like, at least not, like, we didn't get any crits. Like, yeah, we landed a toxic whip-ty-woo, so did they. Like, I think if we maybe got something like a crit, just something to kind of even out that freeze. Not that the freeze mattered, but just more so to kind of even it out. Who knows? Anyway, that is the battle, and that is all she wrote from me, guys. Thank you guys so much. Next week, we're up against JV and the Atlanta Victinis. I've never battled them before. Pretty excited for this. They've got a very scary team. They've got things like Gengar and Weavile and Sylveon and all kinds of craziness. So that is going to be a very scary match. Looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it. They're new. They're new. So I'm excited to play against them. But who knows what's going to happen? But yeah. I say to myself every time, don't run calcs during these battles. You don't have time. You don't have time to run calcs. What do I do, team? What do? I run calcs. That's what happens, though. You know, you get my mindset. You're like, what about this? Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Be sure to check out the merch store. Check it out. As I say, it's worth a peek. You can snag yourself a cool sticker. They're really good quality. And they're really decently priced as well. And you can save 10% off using code UBL5. So why not? Check it out. But otherwise, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning, evening, night. I have been your boy, SilverBeanie. We'll catch all you beautiful people